Hey everybody, I'm on for midweek message July 13th, and it is the eve of the full buck moon in Capricorn, but we're still in Cancer season. So if you're feeling the squeeze, if you're feeling lots of homey kind of vibes, things around the home space, things around maybe even some nostalgia coming up to be dealt with, which is tied to some trauma or some memories or some things that, just a little touchy. You're definitely feeling the feelings that you were meant to feel. There's a lot of purging that's happening now. And I'm seeing this here in the cards. All right, so let's just jump right in. All right, so for one, if you chose one, your card is Lord of Swords. Just give you a minute to take a look at that. And in this deck, Lord is King in the minor arcana. Okay. So what's really awesome here is the forward-facing image of this very strong, stoic-looking man. He even looks like he's kind of made of stone. And he has a singular focus. He is confident, maybe even a little arrogant, just a little bit. But people listen to what he says. And really, this is where one can shine. People are listening to you now. People are paying attention to what it is you have to say. People are really almost seeing you as an authority figure. And you're really kind of showing up for yourself. You're standing in your truth. You're doing the things that you're supposed to do. And you just need to make sure that you are aware of the power that comes with that position that you're in. It's really awesome because it means that you're doing the work and you've done the work and you're seeing some of the results. You should be feeling some confidence there. But you may be also feeling some pressure in the head, especially here in the temples. There's kind of a rebalancing that's kind of happening here with one that can kind of result in some kind of head pressure. And also just the fact that people are listening to, there's pressure that moves into the ear as well. So just some energetic shifts that are happening here. So wherever it is that you're looking to make a move, if you're looking to make a decision about something or something's coming up, just know that you have people's ears. You have their attention. So use that wisely and be aware of your influence, but also don't get too ahead of yourself and be mindful of the ego in this a little bit, okay? Which just happens. All right, but it's good. It's a good place to be in. There's a sense of it's not really completion. It's more like satisfaction, I think, is kind of like the word I'm getting. Sustained, sustainable, designed, well designed. So the work that you've been doing is it's organized. It can stand for itself. And you're kind of feeling that also internally. Okay, and so that moves on to two, which is a bit of a different shift, and this is more in the feels. Okay, so two is Four of Swords. Here is your card. So take a look at this image. In other decks, the Four of Swords would have like three swords near the figure and then one below. And it kind of shows like where the focus needs to be. Where is the intention meant to go? And the intention is actually meant to go to the self. In this deck, I take it as this kind of lightning bolt that's hitting the figure here and then causing this chain reaction of energy into this cave that moves through the water, through the subconscious, through the depths of our humanness, our emotions, our trauma, all that stuff. And this is where you're meant to go. You need to kind of move in here. Alone time is the thing that needs to happen. You really need to rest before you move forward. You're really kind of burning it at both ends here too. And you're not going to recover from this as well as you want to. You can kind of take care of it now if you would just slow your roll. So two, slow your roll, please. It's like a milestone that you've reached. So you need to kind of allow yourself to catch up with your with the energy that you're expending. And that energy that you're expending is overactive. And that overactivity is seeking you to be inactive in order to make that balance. So if you have a hard time with taking some rest, or maybe, taking a half day or taking a day off, or, choosing to work from home or something like that instead of going in, something that'll give you just a little bit of ease and a little bit of comfort, sink into that because it's necessary for you to move forward, kind of like in a chrysalis period. And with fours are all divinely guided. This is something that you're meant to do because you're being pushed to. You're being asked to take a break. It's not the time to make decisions about things. Okay? So you need to just kind of move forward knowing that everything's going to work out, and moving forward is not doing anything at all. It's actually just staying where you are and allowing yourself to kind of deal with the things that are coming up. I'm feeling a lot that's happening here just almost in the stomach because the mind and our brain and our stomach are, connected. And what's happening up here in order for things to change, in order for you to feel a bit more settled, because there's been so much energy happening here and so much movement, it's affecting the body. So if you're feeling like some bubbly sort of, growly belly stuff happening, or just a sense of fullness, that really feels to me like something that's being purged out at this time. So I would just see it as energetic, as long as you're, not hurting anything. And again, I'm not a medical doctor, so please take that with a grain. Ooh, so I shake the whole table. Okay, so moving on to 3. If you chose 3, your card is 3 of Wands reversed. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you reversed, and then I will show it to you upright. This card is wild. Look at this thing. So with the 3 of Wands, as we see the couple here, in the reversed position, the obstacle being one of the 3 wands, is in the path that the 2 people want to travel on. It's almost being like there's like a sentinel that won't let anyone in, and kind of putting themselves in the way. So obstacles will come up at this time. There may be things that are not moving as quickly as you want them to, and moving quickly is not something that you really have any control over. But some of it is about not getting out of your comfort zone. And this is something to where you feel like maybe you've wasted your time. Maybe there's some difficulty with a relationship. There may be delays and things that you need to get done, or things are getting pushed out when you really had plans for things to get done at a certain time. Things seem really frustrating, and that frustration is palpable. So as you can see, they're on a path. They want to move. But again, this is something that these setbacks, though, are divinely guided. Remember, 3s are divine masters. So don't limit yourself. Don't block yourself. Allow yourself to push a little bit out of the bubble that you've put yourself in. It's worked for so long, right? But you're not growing. And this lack of growth is causing stagnation. Like, think of water. It gets all funky. It needs to move. It needs to breathe. It needs air, or it becomes toxic. And that's something that you need to kind of address here. And it has to do with, dealing with your frustrated feelings, dealing with your emotions. Also, I'm getting a lot with pain here, like in a feeling of like, just maybe like a fullness or a pressure that's maybe a little bit in the back of the ribs, especially the left. So that would be the mid back. And that kind of moves a little bit down into the left hip and up into the left shoulder. So if you're experiencing any of that, just know it's energetic that's kind of moving through, and you haven't missed anything. You're not going to miss anything that's designed for you. Everything is on its way. You just need to stop worrying that you're not going to be enough or be able to do that next thing, because you will, and you can, and you are more than capable. So if this is the pep talk, a little bit there for 3. So you got this. try not to hold on so much to the frustration, because that's the thing that's going to just really add insult to injury when you're already kind of in a space that doesn't make you feel like you are expanding to your potential. It's part of the process. The setbacks are necessary. Kind of trust that what's happening here is going to unravel down the road. And that's really all you can say, is that just hang in there. Shifts are necessary and designed for our growth and our expansion and our human experience. Okay, well, those are the cards for this week. Would love to hear what you think, and if this resonated with you. If you're interested in readings or anything like that with me, please feel free to check my link, and you can find me on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all of the places. So find me, follow me, and I will see everybody later. All right, peace. Have a good night. Bye.